Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk a little bit about why I use Ableton for looping. First, let me give you a little history on my looping journey. So my first experience with looping was with guitar pedal loopers, and I immediately enjoyed the looping workflow and loved how good of a tool it was for improvising and songwriting. In 2017, I challenged myself to do one loop a day with the goal of just playing the guitar and coming up with something new every day. It was a fun challenge and a way for me to experiment with new sounds. But throughout that year, I realized that I really wanted to be able to loop more instruments than just guitar, and I discovered people using Ableton Live to loop. If you're unfamiliar with Ableton Live, it's a recording software that is also really great for live performance. I immediately was impressed on how effortless these musicians made it look and decided that I wanted a similar looping setup. But I didn't really have an idea of how the looping worked with Ableton or what gear I would need. So I ended up doing a lot of research and eventually found a workflow that now works really great for me. So the main reason I switched to Ableton for looping is that Ableton makes it really easy to loop multiple instruments. Instead of only having maybe one or two inputs on a guitar pedal looper, with Ableton you can loop any instrument that's running through your audio interface or any MIDI instrument within Ableton. If you're a multi-instrumentalist or you're in a band and you're wanting to incorporate looping into your set, I think Ableton is definitely the way to go. Another reason I prefer looping with Ableton is that it solves a lot of the issues that you'll encounter when using guitar pedal loopers. With Ableton, all of the loops are snapped to a grid, meaning the start and end points will line up cleanly with the downbeat of the measure. So you don't have to worry about hitting a foot switch at exactly the right time. Another common downside with pedal loopers is that you usually don't have control over each overdub. With Ableton, you can easily take out layers and mix each layer independently. Another issue with most loop pedals is that your first loop usually sets the max length for all of your other overdubs. Say you start with a 4-bar loop, there's no way to add an 8-bar overdub on top of the initial loop. But with Ableton, you can have complete control of each loop length. You could start with a 4-bar guitar loop, add a 2-measure drum loop, and then add an 8-bar piano loop. So there's a lot more flexibility when it comes to the length of each loop and the song structure. So if you've ever been interested in getting a live looping setup with Ableton going, I'm excited to share that I'm launching an online course called Looping with Ableton Live. The course walks you through how to build a live looping setup in Ableton that's powerful and intuitive. It covers the gear you'll need, how the looping inside of Ableton works, techniques for hands-free looping, audio routing, and more. The course contains everything that I wish I knew when I first started looping with Ableton. If you're someone who's currently using a loop pedal or an app for looping, and you're wanting more flexibility and control, or you're just looking for a really fun looping setup, this course was built for you. If you're interested, hit the link in the description to check it out, and if you have any questions about the course, leave a comment down below, and thanks for the support.